What's going on, traders? Welcome to this week's Forex forecast. I do these videos every week. If this is your first time to my channel and you want to try to grow your trading account and learn with me along the way, start now by subscribing so that you don't miss a thing, don't miss any of my videos. I go over a lot of stuff, a lot of trade reviews, so stay tuned. I appreciate you guys watching. So yeah, we're basically just gonna get right into it. So this is my currency ranking sheet for the week. The Aussie, Swiss, and the Japanese yen still remain top three. Canada, as you can see here, the Canadian dollar drops to the worst currency ranking. The unemployment is the worst in Canada right now. I am Canadian. It's not looking good. As far as the Aussie dollar goes, that was the biggest change. They removed over 15,000 short positions, which is pretty crazy considering that the Aussie's been on a tear lately, and they added 2,590 long. So I do expect a move higher. Not going to say that move higher is going to be right away, but I do expect the Aussie to keep going. The U.S. dollar caught reports show the banks adding 2,300 shorts. That's nothing crazy. I just wanted to add that in there. And then this is supposed to be the GBP inflation dropped from 1% down to just 20%. So nothing crazy that happened this week. Nothing too big at all. But we'll start with the U.S. dollar here. And the institutions do remain 62% short, 38% long. We'll look at the caught reports for the U.S. dollar. Let me zoom in here a little bit. Sorry about that. This might be a little too small for you guys to see. It's not super important. We're going to mostly go over the charts anyways. But, they're clearly still short bias on here on the U.S. dollar. And if you look at the chart, I talked about this. It's reacting off this 3-month demand up here at the $93 area. But I do see a nice monthly zone down here that I said multiple times I do expect to go lower. This is setting up for a base right here. This is a difficult one to read because, I do see some buyers stepping in down here. But I definitely expect, so basically this 3-month area of buyers, it's probably going to penetrate a little lower, and eventually I think it is going to go down. We might see some pullbacks along the way. As far as the daily goes, there's nothing right up here really at all. There is this area of support and resistance up here that could hold price. I do kind of expect this to hold price, even though this is all tested, based on the fact that I think it's going to go down and based off of all the fundamental data. We'll go to the euro. We'll first look at this. So the euro, it's number 4. It's in the middle now, but the institutions still remain extremely long bias, 82% to 18%. Nothing really changed for the euro this week. Look at the caught report here, the euro. Okay, so as you can see here, look at the coloration of the cells here. Extremely green, extremely long bias. I mean, they did remove 17,000 longs. But I mean, does it even matter? Look how bullish these guys are. If you look at the commercial side too, it's the complete opposite, which apparently is a good thing, a good indicator. And I wrote down here, prices ranging between here and here. Obviously, it peaked through up here. I just wanted to keep this on the chart, this yellow zone, because clearly price is ranging in here. And, as I said, they removed 18,000 longs, but does it look like they did? No, it doesn't. So it's kind of a tough call. I'm definitely long bias on the Euro USD. What I would like to see is for price to come down here and get a nice buying opportunity down in this area or down in this area. I just don't know if it's going to happen like that. If it doesn't, but the thing is here, this is what I wanted to point out. We have this monthly area of supply, which is similar to this area of demand on the DXY. So I do expect price to come up here, maybe react off that again, and it is reacting off of this 3-month area of supply. So my hope is that this reaction off of here, I think maybe we'll see a push higher, maybe at first into this area and then maybe down below. But basically what I'm going to be looking for is either for price to more cleanly break this area here. I'd like to see a candle close, not just a wick above here, and then maybe we'll have some demand formed in this area. That'll be a nice zone, and then down here for a buying opportunity. And if that doesn't happen and this doesn't push higher and we just see a move lower down to here, I will be looking to get into long position down in here, better yet down in there, but I don't even know if we'll get down to there based on the COT reports and everything that I'm seeing. So yeah, that's the euro. We'll go to the Aussie US dollar here. Sorry guys. All right, so the Aussie still remains number one. Big change in the Aussie, as I wrote here. They got rid of 15,000 short positions, which is extremely bullish. They are now 58% long to 42%, and last week I believe they were 50-50. So it's pretty extreme considering, the Aussie's been on a tear lately, and it's like, I guess it'll just keep going up, right? Like, I could see us having a reaction down here. The only problem with the Aussie is, like, I don't really see, a clean buying opportunity down here. I'm still experimenting with taking tested zones. Like, I don't really want to buy down here and put a stop below all this. Like, I don't know where to buy down here. Maybe take a stab at this zone if it does come down. If you want to look at the weekly here, nothing really till down here. The Aussie's a tough one. I'm bullish, but it's like, where's the opportunity at? I just haven't really seen one yet. Maybe if price does come down to here, maybe I will look for some longs on here. It would have to be, this is when I'm going to be looking for a confirmation setup in this area. But, you can even draw a zone right there, but it's all reactions off of these zones. It's a tough one for sure. It's not super simple. As you can see, we're coming up into a little monthly, not really the greatest supply. I've definitely talked about that before. But, I do expect, maybe what we'll see, hopefully what we'll see is maybe price will come up to here to this area. I wouldn't really call that supply. I would call that selling. Maybe we'll get a push down to this area, maybe a nice push down, nice base, and then a push up, and then there will be our demand zone. That will be a clean demand zone. That is what I hope to happen. If price does come down to this, 0.71 area down here, or 72 area, I'll just look for a confirmation. I'll take this as a whole zone and look for just a nice confirmation setup within that area. So it's a tough one. All right, we'll go to, what was next? Oh, the USD CAD. So the Canadian dollar, I wrote down here, the Canadian dollar drops down to the weakest currency, and I think that was based on, nothing changed for the Canadian dollar, just a bunch of other currencies got a little better. So they are now number 7, and they remain 61% short bias and 39% long. So we are bullish on USD CAD a little bit, but it's a tough one. The USD CAD is definitely a difficult chart to read because, in the 3-month area, this clearly buyers are stepping up in this 1.2 to 1.30, about 1.32 area. They're clearly stepping in. It's a tough one to read. Like, I don't even know what to do. I missed a shorting opportunity. I was going to take this short on the 4-hour right here. This zone right there. I didn't. I hesitated because, I didn't really do much as a zone. Like, it didn't really, I guess it removed a momentum line up. It didn't really remove any supply. So, I'm not disappointed that I missed out on that trade. It didn't really qualify for me. Worked out anyways, but that's just part of trading. As you can see, the supply is all kind of crap. It's all tested. And as far as the daily, I don't see really anything great till up there. But we'll go to the CAD reports now in the USD CAD. They got rid of a bunch of longs, not really that much, and a bunch of shorts, but they still remain long bias on the pair USD CAD, which means that they are bearish on the Canadian dollar. It's a tough one. It's tough. I really, clearly they're kind of from 19,000 to 28,000. They're clearly adding some short positions here. So maybe they are looking for a move down on this pair. Maybe they're just transferring over all their shorts or all their longs to shorts. What I would like to see, clearly it's reacting off of this weekly supply. What I would like to see is for price to come up to here on the weekly, this 1.34 to 1.35 area. Maybe get a nice shorting opportunity within that weekly zone. It's not great. Like, it's not even really, I would like the zone better if it would have removed this. It did remove this right here, this little area of buying, but it's a tough one for sure. Like, I almost kind of want to stay away from it. I did miss the long trade down here. Oh, sorry about that. Did miss that long trade down here, so I'm not trying to get it back or whatever you want to say, right? But based on this monthly, like none of this is really great at all. Like I could definitely see a move lower and higher. It's a tough one. I'm probably most likely going to stay away from it. But any other pair with the Canadian dollar, I'm definitely bearish on the Canadian dollar. USD, Japanese yen. The Japanese yen remains 65% long to 35% short. Nothing changed as far as data goes on the yen. Still a safe haven currency. Definitely a good buy, I think. We'll look at the call reports here. USD, Japanese yen. This is the pair. So they added 4,000 longs and added 5,000 shorts. Pretty much did nothing. Not much has changed. And as you can see, they've kind of just been fluctuating the short positions here. They are starting to add more longs though. They went from 20,000 down to 17,000. Now they're at 23 to 27. So clearly they're adding some longs, maybe taking some profits on the shorts because the Japanese yen has been trending down. We are in this area of demand, which I think will break. I could definitely see a reaction out of here, but I just don't know. As far as the yen goes, like none of this is really great at all. Like, you might have something right in this area here. It's kind of a lot of trading in that area, but if I was, I might take a stab at this up here, especially since based on the call reports, they have been accumulating longs here. I could see a move higher. What I would like to see, price reacts off of there. Maybe get a shorting opportunity up in this area, up in this 106 area up here. Other than that, the Japanese yen is just, I know a lot of traders have just taken it off their watch list. The USDJPY, not other JPY pairs, but just because it's so like choppy and wicky and all that shit. Like look at this. Everything's tested. Like look at this. It's just junk. So I'm not super eager to trade this one, but if price does come up to here, I probably will take a stab at it. The pound US dollar, I am short in this area here, in this daily supply zone. I am in the profit already. Maybe it wasn't the greatest trade to take. It was also based off retail sentiment as well. But they're 51% long, 49% short on the pound. Obviously, one of the reasons I took the shorting opportunity is because the UK is a pretty weak currency right now. Their inflation just dropped from 1% down to 0.2%. The pound here, they added 7,000 shorts, which was probably this move down. But, wrong page. They also got rid of some longs as well, so I do expect a move lower. They were 60,000 short here, and they got rid of some all the way down to about 40,000, even 33,000 here. But then they added more shorts. The pound's kind of been a wacky one for sure. It's been difficult to read, but kind of based on the fundamental data, I do think the pound will go lower. I'm looking to take profits around this area down here, maybe like a 2 to 1, 1.5 to 1. It's a tough one for sure. I just couldn't pass up on this supply zone here. It did remove this little drop-based drop, or rally-based rally rather. As you can see, we're trending down, so that's why I did take that trade. Maybe not the greatest trade ever, but even to this weekly, my ultimate target would be to this weekly area of demand down here, which I could see happening. I could see definitely it dropping down to there. If not, I'll take the loss. Depending on what happens Monday at open, I might move my stop loss to break even or at least half risk to here, based on the fact that this supply, it's not the greatest supply. Nice move away, decent profit margin, but I kind of expect maybe a move up higher, because right now for the call reports, it's kind of a confusing one. It's pretty not the greatest. Like right here, look at this. Look at this area here. Extremely short bias. This is where I really want to be putting my money. But, I thought I'd take a trade. I'm still learning. So, I don't think it was an extremely bad trade, but I'll review it once it's over. All right, the Swiss. Swiss remains number 2. Extremely long bias, 74% to 26%. No data has changed on the Swiss. We'll go to the pair USD Swiss. Not much has changed. I got rid of, a little bit of longs, added quite a few shorts, or not even quite a few, just a little bit of shorts as well. Not much has changed for the Swiss. And we'll look at the charts here. I am waiting for this area up here. The reason is because it took this demand zone out, and if you wanted to draw a little momentum line here, it took that out as well. And based on the fundamental data, this is an area I don't mind taking a stab at. The only problem is if you look at the weekly, I don't like that stair-stepping supply up here. It's a tough one. All these charts are tough. This monthly is tested, so hopefully this is the only setup that I see, because I am looking to go short on the USD Swiss, and this is the setup I see. If you go down to the 4 hour, what did I do? What did I do? Oh. Okay, so we're down in the 4 hour. You have a decent zone at the extreme here. So I might take a stab at that area. As you can see, my alert is set here, so I don't have to pay attention to it all the time. I just have my alert set. And, my ultimate target would be down to here. There's decent profit margin here for sure, so that's why I'm going to be looking to go short there. And then maybe we could see a reaction down to this 3-month area of demand. All right, now we will just look at gold and then oil. Let me see here. Gold. I think they added let me see. I haven't really looked at gold yet today. Oh, my bad. I got to go all the way to the left now. Okay, so they added a bunch of longs, and they added up some shorts as well. They're definitely taking profits on gold, but look at this bias here. That's great. And then the commercial side's complete opposite. So, I'm still extremely bullish on gold, especially with the Fed's announcement of low interest rates for years to come. That's what they say anyways. I don't know if they'll even be able to do that based on, the bond market and all that stuff. But, I do remain extremely bullish on gold. I do expect them to start taking some profits. As far as the daily goes, I have not seen an opportunity to go long. I've just been staying away from it. As far as silver goes, we'll just look at that real quick. Similar picture. I did pick up some more. I noticed buyers were stepping in here still, so I did pick up some more physical silver to finish off some of my collection, but that's not really trading. It's just more long-term money management. I don't mind this area right here. This is my ultimate in the 1800 area. I don't know if we'll see a price move down to here, but as far as a 3-month goes, this is not a bad area. But what I would like to see is price to come down to here, and then I'm definitely gonna be looking for buying opportunities in that area. As far as the daily goes for gold, I don't really like any of this, but we'll see. When price comes down there, maybe we'll form a new daily demand zone that we can take. But that's my view on gold. All right, oil. I did take a nice trade in oil. I'm going to review that trade. I don't know when I'm going to post this video. I might have posted an oil trade video already. I don't know. So they're still extremely long. 649,000 long contracts open to about 200,000 short. But as you can see here, they're just trimming their positions here. Or actually, they're adding to both positions here. So they're taking profits on their shorts, but also adding longs at the same time. That is why I took this area here on oil. Basically, I'll do a trade review on oil, but I took 2 positions. I took one on the Thursday. I basically made a 2-to-1. I didn't want to hold over the weekend, but as you can see in this video, or if I do go long around here, I want to tighten up my risk, maybe get in long at the proximal line. So that's me calling it out right there, and look what happened. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but these wicks down here showed us something, that the demand was in this area. This isn't the greatest area. I'll do a whole trade review video on that, but I do expect oil to go long. We are seeing a stall at this area here, this 41 0.108, 241, 710. But I do expect a move higher. As you can see, yeah, we even reacted off of this, or that was this weekly area. So it was a nice trade. I was happy with it. I just didn't want to hold over the weekend. But, you know, I do expect some trouble to come up here. But, you know, based on this COT data, you know, what are you going to be doing here? You're going to be shorting oil? You know, maybe if you're ballsy, you will be, but I'm not. So, all right, that basically wraps it up for today's video. Hope this helps. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments down below. Somebody, I forget your name, but you let me know last time, and I really appreciated that. So, all right, take care, everyone.